Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Hey, what up, everybody? I'm Jim.
I'm Dave.
I'm Tom.
And we are your astute win counselors here to get you through the week with any problems you need resolved or questions you may want answered. So let's check out our first one here. This is Nikki from Littleton, Colorado, writes us. Hey, what up, Nikki? Dear Win, any ideas on how to ward off the growing number of transient drug addicts and aggressive panhandlers spreading across the Denver metro area? Any ideas spring to mind, Tom?
At the moment, I mean, knowing that I could possibly become one someday, I just don't have quite the answer for that. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to be one, but you just can't judge someone if they're out panhandling or doing drugs. I mean, they're just human.
Okay. So you're saying don't ward them off.
I don't think so. I mean, I think that's that'd be tough to do. I mean, you can't just put them all on a bus and, send them to Omaha.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Dave, you have any ideas?
Hey, so I've tried a couple things. My latest thing is I actually drive around in my car with little lunch bags with water and a health bar and $1 in them. So that's not going to get you too many drugs, but that I agree because it could be me.
Yeah.
Hopefully not tomorrow, but
I'm a little surprised that both of you guys are possibly seeing panhandling or a transient drug user as your future. That really kind of scares me.
Aren't you too, Jim?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that happening to me.
I was leaning more towards the panhandler. But hey, when I lived in Hollywood, what I learned is people that are really aggressive, if you start asking them for money back, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
So you got to one-up them on misery.
You can make some money on panhandling. That's what he's getting at.
Okay. I mean, that kind of dovetails with what I was thinking, is just start laying your troubles on them. Talk about all your first world problems. Or, make up a sad story. Like
having a snaggletooth.
For instance. Yeah. Or, get, how they have those deer whistles that you put on the front of your car? Just get some of those that operate at a much lower wind speed and wear them on your clothes.
Actually, those attract deers.
Oh, well, that would explain a few things. So Nikki, maybe not the best advice here, but keep an eye out for Tom and Dave in the future, and if you see them, maybe throw them a dime or two. They're gonna need it.
Appreciate it, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
So our next winner is Crystal from Brentwood, California. Ooh, former home of O.J. Simpson. And she writes, what up, Crystal? Hey, girl. Dear Win, what do you think about Ellen DeGeneres and Britney Spears wreaking havoc in a shopping mall? I'll be honest, I am not, I don't know if this was a real incident, but if it was, or if this is just a hypothetical, I'm all in favor of it, because I think those two fun-loving ladies would just make anybody's shopping experience a little better, seeing them gallivanting through them all, wreaking havoc.
Yeah, I kind of took it as possibly she wanted to know who would win in a fight. I don't know why I go there, but that's kind of how I read it, and I would say Ellen.
Okay, what round and by what method?
Oh, definitely by choke.
By choke.
Fifth round into fifth round.
Okay, fifth round choke. All right. How about you, Dave?
Yeah, I kind of was wondering if they're doing like a punked episode where they actually assume each other's personalities, with makeup and everything.
Oh,
and so it's like,
women.
Where's Brittany, but it's really Ellen, and where's Ellen, but it's really Brittany, right?
Yeah, and then the hilarity that would ensue when people start treating Ellen like she's Brittany and vice versa.
Yeah, and then like all the cameras come out, and you sign the waivers or not, so it's either on an episode or not.
Ooh,
right? That'd be cool.
Okay, rapid fire. Dave, do you sign the waiver? Yes or no?
Yes.
Tom?
Absolutely.
I don't. All right. There you go, Crystal. Now, moving on to our third winner, Nolan from Dublin, Ireland writes, Dear Win, whiskey or beer? Please help me decide what to drink and why. Wow. I think that's an age-old question, Nolan. And considering you're from Ireland, I'm surprised you haven't solved this already. Because if anything, I would go to an Irishman for advice on this question.
Well, I assume Nolan is like 7, 8 years
Oh.
old.
Okay.
You know, because you got, obviously, because if you're from Ireland, you're drinking at 10.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, he's got to be real young.
And he must not have parents to teach him the proper ways.
Right.
Oh.
Or maybe his parents are out at the bar drinking the whiskey and the beer together.
That's right.
I think I need one of those $8 beers.
Yeah, you know, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Dave. There's no reason you can't do both, Nolan. Why restrict yourself? You know, it's like genders and sex. Why have one when you can have both?
Well, you get a glass of beer and you just drop a whiskey shoulder in it, down it.
That's right.
Like there's no tomorrow, and then you up it like there's no today.
Oh. And then may you be in heaven 30 minutes before the devil knows you're dead.
Or
Right?
45 with a little extra time on your hand.
Oh, yep. I don't know if that answers your question, Nolan. I'll tell you, me personally, I guess I go whiskey, because you have to drink less of it to get drunk. Simple efficiency.
But if you're 7, Nolan, go with water.
And
Wow.
if you're 9, Nolan, do a shooter.
That's right.
Well, we can see who the responsible one on the show is.
But don't drive.
I guess we have 2 responsible people on the show. And, Maggie from Cleveland, Ohio writes, Hey, what up, girl? Dear Win, if you were president of the United States, what would be your favorite thing to do? Oh, wow. Wow. Dave, I can see your mind is ready to go.
If I was president of the United States, my favorite thing to do would be to take a midnight ride with all the Secret Service, all the limos to Air Force One, and to fly to Middle America and go eat at an Olive Garden.
Oh,
I like it.
yeah. Because when you're there, you're family.
Your family, and then it's just like you're humble.
Ah,
Because you just eat and no one else does. They just watch.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of self-deprecating, but yes, I like that idea. Thanks, Dave. I like that. I really do like that idea.
And you add to the debt just a little bit more.
A little bit, yeah. I personally,
Yeah.
I mean, I would just set up a dialysis machine in the White House and make sure that Cheetos can be mixed into it, so I can eat Cheetos anytime, any day, any time of the night, and it will cycle through me without hurting me.
That's how that works?
Well, I don't know, but
Oh.
I'd have enough money to invent it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think as president, you don't actually need money. They'll just do it for you.
Yeah, they'd probably invent it. The military would invent that.
Oh, man. Actually, Dave, I really kind of liked your idea, and I'm gonna jump off that a little bit. But instead of just eating at the Olive Garden, I would show up at 6:30 and kick everyone else out, and then just have them serve me. And the other people can watch through the windows if they like. Sort of like go to the zoo and see the president kind of thing in his natural environment. But I'd really want to let people know that I'm superior, because I'm the president.
Yet humble, because it's Olive Garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't need to rub it in your face or anything, but all right. Wow. Everybody talks about having a beer with the president. I think we'd all like to share a breadstick with the president, right? Yeah. Well,
On both ends.
oh, that's gross. That is gross, Tom. But, to each their own.
Well, they're big breadsticks. Yeah. And they're buttered.
Oh, yeah. And on that note, we're gonna switch it over to Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Oh, are you an Aries? Because, you're going to run out of Aries and suffocate unless you go to the World Improv Network Facebook page. Give us a like over there. Check us out on Twitter at World Improv Net. You can send us suggestions. We have a YouTube channel, the World Improv Network. Subscribe, like some videos. Check us out over there. And you can download the podcast on iTunes and Google Play. Subscribe to the podcast, leave comments, leave reviews, and you can always check us out every single Sunday night here on Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340, simulcast on KDCO 104.7. Have a great week.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.